What is up, Ravens flock? Huge shout out for your support for the 410 Sports Talk. Chance and Glenn are the best in the business. They're killing it right now. They love talking Raven talk. Make sure you go subscribe to their channel. Let's go Ravens. Big trust.
Hey guys, welcome into another episode of 410 Sports Talk. I'm James Haskell along with my co-host Glenn Martin, and we're here to talk about some recent bad news as it is piling up here at the Baltimore Ravens. If you didn't notice, I'm in a breaking class, but we got to talk about this because Gus Edwards goes down with the Achilles. Marcus Peters,
I think it was ACL for both, wasn't it?
Oh, ACL for both. All right.
Yeah.
So they're both out for the season.
Yeah.
It's a terrible situation. And you know what? I want you to start here because I got some things on my mind, but I want you to start.
What is that binging? What is that? Is that on your end?
It is. I'm going to turn it off. Don't worry. I want you to start here, and then I want to give you my thoughts. But tell me what immediately went through your mind, Glenn.
Oh, I mean, I feel like my phone kicked me square in the bag twice in a row. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I mean, look, the Ravens already had some pretty rough injuries, but they were injuries that I felt still confident that they had the horses to kind of absorb those injuries and still have a shot to contend. But when you lose Gus, and then on top of that, the next play you lose Marcus Peters for the season, I mean, at what point do you just kind of say enough is enough? I mean, Marcus Peters has never really had a history with injury, and neither has Gus. And now both of those guys go down. I mean, I'm just sad. I mean, I'm bummed out. I'm having a little pity party for myself. I'm disappointed. I'm starting to feel like a lot of fans that maybe the Super Bowl chances are slipping through our fingers, Jimbo.
All right, fair enough. Well, you know, when I was driving to class, I was thinking about how am I going to pump these people up? How am I going to get you excited? How am I going to get some positivity in here going? Because I thought about it, but then I thought, you know what? Sometimes you got to face reality. And this is what it made me think of. When I drive from my house to school, I pass through my grandparents' neighborhood. All right. There's something that's really important about Baltimore that you got to understand. If you take on the culture that is the city of Baltimore, the Baltimore Ravens are a big part of that. Resiliency is everything, right? I think about, and this is personal. My grandparents had 9 kids in 12 years. Okay. My grandfather wasn't like, well, what am I going to do now? He was a busy man. Yeah, what am I going to do now? He said, I'm just going to get 3 jobs and not sleep very often, right? Like he just dealt with the situation as it was and powered on through. And you know what? That's what we're going to do, Glenn. We're just going to power through, next man up. Lamar is going to put the team on his back. He's still got his best band of wide receivers that he's ever had, once Bateman gets healthy and if Sammy can stay healthy and Marquise continues to stay healthy. We got some things going for us. We still have a smothering defense. Averett is still an above-average corner and will be a starter on a lot of teams. Obviously, he'll be a starter for us now. Jimmy Smith is still a wily vet who is, to me, continuously one of the most underrated cornerbacks in the NFL. So, look, we still got it. Number one, we're not losing to the Raiders. We're not losing to the Raiders, okay? I'm spitting all over my laptop here, and damn it, we're not losing to the Raiders, okay? Number two, we're going to show some resiliency. Get after it, because at the end of the day, what I love about football, similar to boxing in this way, is that your inner will actually makes a difference. It actually has a quantifiable difference on the field. We're going to get through this. We're going to get through it. Maybe my prediction on our record is wrong, but you know what? We're getting through it, Glenn. So hang in there, my man. Hang in there.
Okay, well, they did make a move today to help address the injury to Gus Edwards, at least, and they signed Devontae Freeman to the practice squad with the expectation that he'll be quickly elevated to the active roster. And, of course, the same can probably be said for Le'Veon Bell because right now they got one true running back that's healthy, and that's Tyson Williams, who's never done anything in the league at this point. And then, of course, Trenton Cannon, who was elevated, I think immediately signed, I should say, to the active roster. But I believe he has 12 carries in his entire career and is more known for his special teams ability, being a gunner and such. So Devontae Freeman, I mean, he's a vet. He's done a lot in this league, certainly on the back end of his career. Definitely not a one-for-one replacement for the guys they lost, but at least he's done it. He's been in the league and has certainly had success. So I guess that's a bright spot. I know a lot of fans were expecting and hoping that they go after um, the Saints running back. I'm blanking on his name, Jimbo. Help me here. Latavius Murray. There we go.
Latavius
My
Murray.
goodness. I'm watching this Bucks game. It's got Levante David in my mind. But it doesn't look like that's in the cards. I think it's a financial decision because, look, just because these guys are hurt, that doesn't mean their cap number just falls off. No, they still have to absorb that cap number, which means more expensive players are now sitting on the side or in the training room. And that's it's just unfortunate. But they at least have some guys there that have done it and have some. But my question to you, Jimbo, is what does this mean for Lev Bell? Is Lev Bell going over 1,000 this year?
Look, I'm going to be way out early on it. I'm going 3 for 3. All right. Lev Bell is going for 1,000. Le'Veon Bell is resurrecting himself from the dead as far as his career, not his rapping career, his NFL career goes. And he's making a Pro Bowl this year. You hear me? He's representing the Baltimore Ravens as a Pro Bowler this year. I think he's going to ball out. Look, this is a perfect scenario for him. Best running game in the history of the NFL, right? For the past, 2 years? Yep. What could be better for him than Greg Roman, a big, stout offensive line with a ton of vets up there that right now is healthy, the most dangerous quarterback in the run game in NFL history? I mean, it just is what it is. And then the other thing, Glenn, you got to think about this. We still got who was the guy? Kyle Brandt talked about Lamar Jackson as who's the dude? Die Hard, McLean, whatever his name is. Look, I got a better comparison and pay a little bit of homage to Michael K. Williams, right? Lamar Jackson is Omar. We still got Omar, dude. You know what happens when Omar walks in the neighborhood? Everyone just starts running away. They don't know what to do. He's a one-man wrecking crew. That's Lamar Jackson, dude. We still got 8 under center. He's a one-man wrecking crew. He's got the shotgun under the trench coat, and he's ready to rock, dude. He's ready to go.
I mean, I certainly agree. Lamar Jackson will increase the value and production of any running back that's behind him, and so will this offensive scheme. And, man, look, I appreciate you showing some positivity because, honestly, I had a long day at work, worked overtime, and then only to right when I left work, it kicked square in the bag by this injury news, and it's been tough. I was sulking. I was being a whiny baby about it, like a lot of fans. But look, maybe this is something that they can recover from.
Just remember,
it's just freaking tough.
Remember this, Glenn. This means nothing on the football field, but since the inception of this place that is Baltimore, it is nothing but overcoming odds. Okay, so that's what we're going to keep doing. No, I mean, from literally the inception thereof. Nothing.
My thing is, if Lamar Jackson is able to bring this team not just to the playoff, but still win a division, or even if he does bring them just to a wild card, I mean, write your own check, Lamar. I mean, at that point, blank check from Steve Bisciotti. Right? Yeah, I mean, it would be. And you know what? I still think we would hear haters and doubters still banging on Lamar Jackson and whether he's a lead or not, we would still hear it. But to me, it would just be the ultimate sign of a one-man army, a one-man wrecking crew, like you said.
And this will be because everyone was in our comments about Deshaun Watson, the Texans, and the comment I made about the Texans that you agreed with me that I think they would be competing for the playoffs for a playoff spot and winning the AFC South if Lamar Jackson was under center. And, you know, the comparison between the two, I think this will put that to bed. I don't think there's a comparison anymore. Lamar Jackson wins games. He has more results, and I think that will be dead. On top of it, one thing I don't want to see as a word of caution, if anyone's watching this video, especially if you're a Raiders fan, I don't want to see any trolling and glorifying injuries. Please. It's just weak.
Yeah. No, they've been quite understanding with the injuries I've seen. Although they're still they're still making ridiculous excuses for why the Ravens have won in the past. I just got done texting someone who said, well, to think that the Ravens are going to score 45 points on a team that's been preparing for them, I had to remind him over the last 2 seasons, if you just take the average, 45 is light for what the Ravens will put up in week 1. They've outscored their opponent 97-16 in the last 2 years. So 45 would be actually under their average. So, but they have been understanding. But Daryl, who texted us earlier, I understand. It's ridiculous. I need some therapy myself. I understand that you, like many of us, are very upset to hear this news, but let's listen to Jimbo. Let's look for the bright
Right.
side. Let's still
Right.
show some faith, some confidence in our Ravens and our leader Lamar Jackson, our obviously our master splinter John Harbaugh. Let's show a little confidence that those guys can get things done. But also, don't be surprised if there's a move made by Eric DeCosta to kind of help bolster one of, if not both of these units. And yeah, shout out to Herb Jones, who showed us a bunch of support in the text or in the comments, giving us a bunch of love, and obviously joining our Patreon and becoming our newest patron. We do appreciate you. But
Part of the clan, baby. 410
that's
Sports
right.
Talk clan.
Appreciate it, absolutely. And make sure you guys stick with the Ravens, stick with us. We will keep you up to date on all the Ravens news. But let us know what you guys think. Is the season over? Is the sky falling? Or are you just want to see see what they can do with all this adversity? Let's see if they can bounce back. Let us know what you guys think, and we will talk soon.